And hello everybody, welcome back to the channel guys, hope you're all well. Before we do get into today's video, as always, please do smash that like button and subscribe to the channel for daily Rangers content. So the Bears are back in action this evening guys, of course taking on Sparta Prague in matchday 4 in the Europa League. Of course Felipe Clement has addressed the media already, so we're going to be going through a bit with regards to that. We're also going to be seeing what Barry Ferguson has said, as he's outraged with regards to a recent reveal with regards to Europe. Whilst also going over a few other bits and pieces in the Rangers space. But let's start with a bit of team news against Sparta Prague. Of course, this is match day 4. We've already played 2 away games. We've also played 1 home game. The first home game, of course, ending up in an impressive victory against Real Betis, who currently sit top of the group. Before we had a really disappointing defeat to Aris Limassol out in Cyprus. Unforgivable, that one really, but obviously under new regime at the moment, where we came back and got an away draw against Sparta Prague, who are in formidable form at the moment. But it is the second part of that tale, and it will be at Ibrox, and it is expected to be a completely different affair. Now, going into this game, guys, as I said, there has been a bit of team news with regards to stuff, and Felipe Clement has revealed that Scott Wright, of course, is a serious doubt for Rangers' Europa League clash against the Czech side. He also stated that, of course, Nikola Raskin and, of course, John Suter will be absent until after the international break, while Kemar Roof could be involved against Sparta Prague this evening, however only being played 5-10 minutes, and then Rabbi Matondo has returned to training as well. So a bit of a positive injury update, if you like, because the international break is after this weekend, so we're not too far away from that. And then, of course, getting more striking power, more firepower with Kemar Roof coming back into the side, and, of course, Rabbi Matondo, who was very impressive at the start of the campaign. The situation remains the same with Kemar Roof. I always say it when he's returning back from injury is, look, he's a great striker if he can stay fit, but unfortunately I've gave up hanging my hat on him, and I just expect him to probably come back for 2 or 3 games and then probably be out again. So it's unfortunate that's where it's come to with regards to him. As I said, he's a fantastic striker for the football club, but as I stated, you just can't hang your hat on him. He will more than likely be injured in the next game, probably. Come on for 5 minutes and pull up or something like that. But look, it is what it is. It's something that we need to rectify. We do need some more striking options this January, and something that we could probably look at come the start of the winter window. Of course, guys, I will be live for this game later on the channel, sort of the live watch-alongs, and then, of course, be doing the live match reaction straight after. So hopefully, after the game, we've got a smile on our faces, and we take a huge step towards qualifying for the Europa League. Take a game at a time. That's been the message at this moment in time. And then, of course, we've got a good respite after the weekend's fixture as we go into the international break. Mental. Absolutely mental how many international breaks are. But it would be good to give maybe Clement a bit of extra time with the players on the pitch to maybe get his ideas across as well. But it would mark the end if we can get 3 points in this group stage game, 3 points in the league at the weekend. It would mark a very good start from the Belgian coach. So yeah, interesting stuff there indeed. Now, in other news, guys, obviously a lot of the talk with regards to the sort of build-up to this game has been regarding the sort of Rangers European squad restrictions. As I stated before, there has been players left out. Of course, one of those main ones being Ridvan Yilmaz. For some reason he was left out, and you can only have a certain amount of players in the Europa League squad itself. Obviously, Borna Barisic is unavailable for this fixture, and with the natural replacement Ridvan Yilmaz is not included in the squad. Barry Ferguson has came out and stated that Clement is at a disadvantage. He said, speaking on Go Radio, it's a joke. You could have 40 players or 50 players. I don't care. What are these young boys doing in the B teams? Say one is playing particularly well, but we named the squad at the start of the season, so you have no chance of playing in Europe, son. We'd never have to play in Europe, and the manager named it in the start of the season. If you're a signed Rangers player, you should be able to pull on the jersey no matter what game it is. It's a ridiculous rule. You shouldn't be telling anybody they need to name a European squad at the start of the season. Come on. What if you collect a number of injuries? You've got enough players to play with. It's a crazy rule. If you've got a squad of 25 or 26, you should be allowed to use it in any game. Now, it is an interesting rule, that one, as I stated. It has been there for a little while. Again, yeah, I'm not sure why you have to name a team at the start, as they basically stated when it comes to injuries. If you're playing for Rangers, Rangers should be able to play at any moment, any given time. You know, if you impress, as they stated in training, you know, you should be able a chance to be able to compete for the jersey. You know, that it is an interesting rule, but something that maybe we need to look at going forward. I understand when sort of transfers come in January and you can't sort of fill them, but certainly I do think it's a rule that needs to be looked at by UEFA. And as I said, we're going to be at a disadvantage now because we can't use Ridvan Yilmaz. So yeah, frustrating. But as I said, Barry Ferguson has been fairly vocal on it, and as I said, doesn't really like it at all. Now, of course, as I say, we're playing Sparta Prague later on, and their bosses came out and spoke about certain players that we've got that could pose problems for his side. He highlighted Abdallah Sima and Danilo as two Rangers players who could be a handful for his side. Basically, this is what he had to say with regards to them. It's difficult to evaluate improvement from a distance, but we looked at it and Rangers have played some good games, especially the game at the weekend was very strong. They have also got some players back from injury. With Danilo will definitely be a handful, and I still think that Abdallah Sima is a good player and caused us some issues and some problems. So we know it's going to be a very tough fight for us, a tough atmosphere, so we will try to prepare for the boys and good as we can focus on some of the things. We did well in the first game, and also on the same things we need to improve on a game like this is from a defensive point of view. So yeah, that's what the opposition manager has said with regards to our squad going into this game. They've also got their top goal scorer coming back as well, so they've received a little bit of a boost going into this clash as well. But as I stated, ladies and gentlemen, it's all to play for. 3 points currently separate first and fourth at this moment in time, and as I stated, we got 2 home games left. We win these 2 home games, we'll be in a really, really good position for actually qualifying for some sort of European football, most likely being the Europa League after Christmas, which is got to be the goal. It's got to be the vision. That's where we want to be competing. We've done well in Europe over the years, and certainly I love getting into the knockout stage. It's always a very, very exciting time, and the last time we were in the Europa League, we got all the way to the final. We were a penalty kick away from actually winning the trophy, so that's always something to get excited about, but certainly it is just a game at a time. We did beat Sparta Prague at home in the last time we played them at Ibrox, so certainly should be trying to do it again on tonight as we take on them at Ibrox at 8 p.m. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. But Rangers fans, do let me know your first and foremost your score predictions ahead of the clash against Sparta Prague, and also let me know your thoughts with regards to Barry Ferguson's words with regards to the sort of European squad restrictions. Are you for that or are you against it? Do you think you should have to name your squad right at the start of the campaign? Yes or no? As I said, let me know down there in the comment section below. That brings us to the end of today's video. As always, please do smash that like button and subscribe to the channel for daily Rangers content. Thank you guys, and I'll see you later. Take care. Peace.